something.
He's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think too. The Academy's going to get their behinds handed to them though, because Leo and Clooney are both talking about it now. So if Leo, I don't know if Clooney's up for anything, but Leo's up for the Revenant. If he wins, I believe he's going to have a speech directed towards that.
Y'all don't think Chris Rock is going to make a couple of innuendos?
He's perfect if he does it. If he chooses to do it, though.
I mean, I do feel like there's probably going to be some stipulation because of, like, it's whole, like, this is the world we live in. Twitter, Instagram, hashtags rule the world. Like, it starts a movement. Like, so I think that they've said to him already things that he can't say, but because he's a comedian, he's slick that way.
Well, I heard that.
He will.
I heard that he changed, because you got to submit in whatever your piece. Mm-hmm. He changed it. So
yeah,
he's
I
already
feel like
edited
he will.
it again.
But back to Jada, I don't disagree. I watched the video probably like 4 times. Like I would read something and then I'd be like, I don't know why people are saying, like, I didn't get people's responses to it. Even like when I heard Aunt Viv's, I had to go back and listen to it again because she kind of went left on me and I didn't feel like that was what she was saying. Nor Spike Lee. They were just kind of the 2 prominent ones that spoke about it. To be honest, she never said that Will spoke and said he wasn't going, but she didn't even speak for Will and say that they weren't going. She said that she wasn't going. Right. And they were invited. I think they get invited every year. But I just feel like it was just Jada Pinkett Smith from Different World's opinion. Like, you know what I mean? I just didn't understand why it took, like, everybody just took it and ran with it when she said it. But Spike was saying this last year. Spike was saying this when he wasn't nominated and Miss Daisy won, and Driving Miss Daisy won. Yeah. And what movie was that? Do the Right Thing? They talk about that in school.
1992, yeah.
And who talks about Driving Miss Daisy anymore? So I didn't understand why Jada Pinkett Smith what she said started a movement. She was just one black woman speaking for, I mean, it sounded like she was speaking for more than herself, but I didn't feel like she started a boycott. I didn't feel like she just said she wasn't going. I get invited to things all the time. I just say I'm not going, or I fake a move. I'm not boycotting.
Right. Yeah, I think the media took the boycott thing and ran with it, though.
But even that, like, even with the hashtag, even with allowing them to do that, you're giving it so much power. Like, a lot of people don't even watch it. Right. Like, except for to say how white it is. Like, y'all, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of those movies, to be honest.
Sidebar, man, I was at my mom's house, and she just had, like, the Golden Globes on. Mm-hmm. I think that was the last one that was just on. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't even listening to it. I was, like, putting this chair together for my mom. So I just heard the noise. And I was like, you got to turn this off, because I love white people, man. I got white friends. I went to white school. But it was just like too many white people. I'm like, Mom, cut this off.
The jokes are white. The
nominees are white. It's no mixture.
Yes,
it's no diverse. It's no mixture.
But I just struggle because it's been like that for 88? We're on the 88th year.
You just read it.
So I just kind of don't. I do get it. I get it. It's the platform. Now everybody has a voice, but people have been saying this. I was telling you, like, the first black woman to win an Oscar didn't even get to go to the ceremony.
Yeah,
she had
to go.
She played a maid. Yeah. What's her name? Hattie McDaniel.
Hattie McDaniel. Yep.
She didn't even get to go. So it's just like, these things were rooted in these. So I just don't understand why. And I think that was Jada's point. Like, why we allow it to hold so much weight. It doesn't define us. We're not even included. We're not even in the room. Like, we're literally in the room, but we're not. We come for the free drink. Like, same thing everybody else go to parties for.
Right.
The free drinks and the food.
Right.
And they +1
to be there
and to get dressed up and to get free stylists and all those things. So if you just let it just be that, I feel like we giving it so much more, and that's what's making it a thing. Like, I will not be tweeting Oscars so white. I will not be tweeting about I don't tweet, but I will not be tweeting about the Oscars if I do decide to tweet that night. Right. Like, I might just reactivate my Twitter to not tweet, like, to not tweet Oscars so white. Like,
I'm definitely gonna check.
I think it's hard for her to be credible though, because they have different things, like BET have something or the Image Awards, and they don't never show up to that. So they kind of talk like, I mean, about they not having black people and stuff. But when the black organizations do it, they kind of like frown. Like, when you make it to their level, they frown upon going to those type of awards. But when they don't get into that award, they're like, oh, well, you didn't invite us here. I'm like, well, why you care? And if you don't like what they're doing, you at the level to start your own thing.
And that's what she was saying.
I agree with Ice Cube said. He's like, we never did it for those awards. We only did it to see ourselves on TV and get the art out and the fans to like it. But we don't, like, go home and be upset if we never got the award, because that wasn't the reason why we wrote the movie or the reason why we got involved in the movie. We just tell a story and hopefully the fans will like it. And then she said that if Will Smith got nominated, they still would have boycotted. I don't believe that. If he was the only black person that got nominated, they would have boycotted because there wasn't enough black people. I find that hard to believe. If he got nominated for that concussion movie, he would have not showed up. And just because somebody else didn't get nominated. Cause, people don't think like that. People are very, self-centered. And, I know if they gave me an award, I'm going. But when they get somebody else, I'm just like, I'm going. You honoring me. It'd be borderline disrespectful not to show up. And you honoring me.
I think that made them look like a little opportunistic too.
Yeah, man, you made all this money there. Like you, without Hollywood, you wouldn't even be able to say these things.
Yeah. So
just create your own thing. Like I come from the Malcolm X. Like yo, why you want to go to this restaurant and they don't want you there? Mm-hmm. Why do you want to go? Who cares? Start your own restaurant. That's how I always think about everything. If you don't want that food, and they don't want you there, I'm not giving you money when you don't want me there.
And
so I just make my own order.
Right. That's how she spoke as if those things didn't exist. And that was the piece I struggled with because, Jada, it exists, ma'am. You just don't go. Right. They do hip-hop, the Black Girls Rock Awards. They do hip-hop awards. They do Soul Train Awards. They do Gospel Music Awards. Heck, even Steve Harvey started the Neighborhood Awards. He giving out awards to barbers and, churches and choirs. Like, you just don't attend them. They're beneath you. So that's the part where I'm just like, you're taking away from the thing. Like, I mean, even they didn't speak on it, but Beyonce and Jay-Z don't go to him. So it's like, and I mean, it's not even as if, and I can't really vibe with people saying like white people are represented in those awards. Sam Smith won like 5. I mean, he probably didn't know until somebody emailed him like, "Are you coming to get these jewels, or do you want us to mail them?"
Right.
But like, people don't go, people don't watch, people don't write, and when we do, all we do is get on Twitter and talk trash about them.
Yeah. I mean, I've been tuned out to the Grammys and Oscars. Like, I don't even care about that. The MTV Awards. I don't watch none of that stuff. And I don't even watch the BET Awards because I don't think the music that's good is awarded. So, but like, I think...
everybody don't gotta, like, they don't have to like your movie. Just because you thought it was good. Because my man in D.C., I'm telling you about my homie in D.C., he saw it with his girlfriend, he fell asleep. He's like, I fell asleep on his born, but it didn't get to the point. I didn't see it, so I don't have no opinion on it. But he like football. So he's like, man, I'm trying to get this. Just a lot about science and lawyer stuff. And I fell asleep. So maybe it wasn't as good as he thought it was. You know what I mean? From the way they promoted it, and plus as a controversial topic, it's basically talking about how the NFL is bad. You know how many people attracted to the NFL? They like, the NFL is everything. So a lot of people. So I didn't care to see it because that's how much I like football. I don't care about it. It's like going to watch a boxing movie about getting a concussion from boxing. Like boxing is a brutal sport, just like football is a brutal sport. You're not worried about that. So it was a controversial topic anyway.
I think I didn't see it. If you're talking about concussion, but I thought it was of timing too, because to me, like, is the Super Bowl's right around the corner. Nobody's not going to watch an anti-football, flick. Yeah. So I would have thrown that out in the summertime. You know what I mean? When people ain't thinking about football. But
it's a documentary or something.
Yeah, documentary. But I think the underlying thing of this is still positive though. I think because it's going to shine light on just how systems need to kind of change and evolve. Like,
you think?
Yeah, I think so, man. Because I think the Academy is like the board members, and this is just my opinion. I think these people are out of touch, and it's just almost like the judicial system. The people, I can make more of a change if I'm a judge or if I'm an attorney, more so than just being a citizens member or even a social worker. Like, you can make, the closer you are to the bar, the more change you can make. So I think that I think it's good, man. I think the underlying thing is still positive. Like, when we get to the point of it, you know what I mean?
So who do you think this reached? Because, like I said, people are saying this every single year.
But it's not like this, though. It hasn't been like this. You know what I mean? Like, the Academy has to respond now.
I feel like life hasn't been like this. Mike Brown hasn't been like this. Ferguson hasn't been like this. Flint hasn't been like this. You know what I'm saying? So But I don't. But there was something like it's never Mississippi burning, but it's like it's always something, but it still doesn't evoke the change that people are looking for. So I just honestly don't think that. I don't think that this. I think that people now there's memes or memes or however you say that word about it. Like it's people are making light of it. Like they're comparing it to other things, but like on that platform. But I think that the 89th Grammys are going to be, Oscars are going to be exactly the same.
Well, this year it won't change. No, like I'm saying.
This is the 88th, so the 89th, I think it's going to be exactly the same.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to, I think this is different. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Like, in their world.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is, like Marlon Brando, you know, spoke on it, about the Native Americans. I think a few other people might have spoke on it. But no one never, you know, it hasn't been to this height. Like, we're in a social information age where everybody knows everything.
I don't let you change anything. I think that's their award. It's like me having a lounge that play old school hip hop, and somebody else saying, "Well, y'all don't play this turn up new." I'm not playing it. If you want that, you go over there.
I'm not saying
they playing no new stuff.
I'm not saying they should change, but I'm saying that it's almost like, you know, but before, if you're knocking on their door, they're not answering the door, right? But this time it's like, all right, I'm slipping the note under the door and just read my concerns.
But if you don't want me in, you don't want me in. Like, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, you don't want to hear what I have to say. So it's like, don't throw me a breadcrumb. Like, that's how it's almost like. Like, it's almost like how they threw us equal opportunity. And they threw, like, it's like that is being attached to everything. And that's where it, like, it doesn't really strike a nerve that we're not represented most times. Like, to me, I really don't notice it. I don't watch it. But it's like almost like, well, hey, here, let me give y'all this. So shut y'all up.
Yeah, too, like this year, to me, my opinion again, I don't think this was a very strong year. Anyway, you know, Straight Outta Compton was pretty good, but it really wasn't that many movies kind of really like focal point in black actors. That's a whole nother topic too. But I think it'll at least the Academy, it gives another shot for the Academy to kind of just look at their system. That's all I'm saying.
I think that it's a double standard, because when Selma went in there and racked up and destroyed everybody, let a white person come out and say that they only gave that because it was Martin King. People would have went totally, they would have went off. Like when a girl won for 12 years a slave, when she racked up and won all that stuff. And somebody said, "Oh, she got that because she was black." Black people would be offended. But when nobody black didn't get it, everybody, "Oh, why you gotta get somebody black?" Well, they Selma destroyed the job, and some of these slaves destroyed it when they got it. And so now when it's 1 year when somebody don't get it, it's like it's a race issue. It's like, dang, so somebody, they want affirmative action. It's with like the award show, like, well, you got to look at this person, or you got to look because they black, or because we did not make no blacks, we should feel like, listen, I don't think that, because I think if somebody else said something about them giving a black person the Selma Awards because it was black, they would say, "Oh, you take away from the artistry, you saying the actor's not good, you just give it to us black." Which one do you want? Do you want it because you're black, or you want it because of the artistry? I don't know which one people want it for, because nobody didn't say that when they racked up them awards. They didn't say nothing negative, and then 1 year they don't have it. It's race. It's a race issue now.
So do you think it's not a race issue? It's more so an issue to redefine artistry? Like redefine how you are, whoever they are, evaluating these movies and these actors and the scale upon which they're doing it? Or do you think it's a race issue?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know what's in people's mind when they voting. But I think it's more so like some years, some years they get some of them small town movies that be coming out the boards downtown, like the little movie theaters. They get those movies sometimes, and sometimes they get other movies that that's big. So I don't know, but I think that it's hard to please everybody on that. It's like the Miss America. After you lose Miss America, you complain. Nobody from Nigeria has ever won. Yeah, but technically, we don't know how they judging it. You know what I mean? Like, when you lose, you can't say that, oh, it's race based off that, or nobody in Cuba ever won. You know, so it's like, it's hard to see. Everybody's gonna be disgruntled. So everybody that's probably there think their movie deserved to get the award. So who's to say that he thinks his should get over another person's award? You know what I mean? It's so hard to judge.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to like If the Smith family had nothing on the table, I think the move would have been a little bit more powerful. You know what I mean?
Will Smith last few movies